Hey guys, this is Walter here, and I'm with Team Berserk, and I'm here to deck profile my Monarch deck profile. I was really interested with this deck right now when it first announced, and I've been telling everybody this is an awesome ass deck, and it is, especially since Pepe got hit announced it got hit really bad right at the moment. People are going to be playing this deck, and it's really fun. So, I'll introduce this right now. And I know there's many variants you can run this deck. There's many ways you can probably run this, and this is my variant of it. And I'll get started with the little ones first. Alright. First thing, I run 3 of the Heavenly Squire. Standard in the freaking build. Because his effect is really amazing. He basically brings about the Dark One. And pretty much the Dark One gets an extra normal summon. And when he hits the graveyard, he basically adds a Monarchs power trap, which you're going to deck them through really easily. I play 3 of the Underworlds. Other than the fact that when he is normal summon, his effect does trigger that he gets you an extra normal summon, which I think is pretty easy. He also has another effect in the graveyard as well. When he is also in the graveyard, he banishes himself, and he targets basically another of the vassals. Or the baby monarchs, but mostly this one than anything, and basically reborns it back, and you'll just get effect, and you'll summon another one out and cycle through. It ends up basically getting you an extra noble, 2 summons in the same turn. Then I play 1 of the other vassals, the Thunder one. I personally like this one out of all of them the best, just because they got me out of tight situations, especially against BA. It really messes them up. Especially the fact that you reveal, you special, you make a token, but I mean, well, that's a useless ass token that they can't use. Well, and you can probably storm for it if you want. And his other effect is really amazing, that you get an extra tribute summon that turn. So in a way, it does let you get leverage over them, and it's really good. It's a free special, so you don't have to waste a normal summon like you do if they effect Bather and stuff. Because effect really hits. Now I run 1 regular Caius, because, well, he gets rid of shit. He's annoying, and, well, 1000 burn. Always good. I won 1 Karaz, because, well, this one, makes plays. He stops plays. And, I'll get into why. Other than the fact that he targets 2 cards, you can target, maybe 2, plus yourself 2, and, well, destroy 2 at the same time. And I'll explain why. 1 Majesty's Fiend. Well, he's very self-explanatory, other than the fact that he's a search targets and easy tributes. Well, just stops, and you can main deck him. 1 Vanity's Fiend. The same thing as well as a Majesty's Fiend. Can't special them. And now to get into the Mega Monarchs. I run 3 of the light one. The Heavenly Mega Monarch one. This is what I was trying to explain with Karaz. You just basically end up disturbing your opponent's plays. When he's tribute summoned, you end up dropping 2 Monarch spell or traps from your deck to the graveyard or from your hand, which you rarely do. And you special summon 1 monster with 24 or more attack and 1000 defense. And that's pretty much it. But his other effect is the reason why. Because during your opponent's main phase, you banish 1 Monarch Bar trap from your graveyard, and you basically tribute summon your opponent's turn. Which I think is pretty cool. And you can just summon this, and well, his effect works when he's normal or special summoned, so he basically disrupts plays, and you can just summon your opponent's turn. So, well, if they have a pendulum board, you can stop them, their scales, and destroy them. You might plus your opponent too, but I mean, I doubt they're going to be able to do anything from 2 cards, especially now. I play 3 of the Dark Monarch one. I honestly found it weird that it was a zombie for some reason, but his effect is amazing. It does what Light one does, but differently. You have to send 2 Monarch spells or traps from your deck to the graveyard or hand, either one, and the effect, which I love, that does not target. Shuffle 1 card either from their fields, their hand, or graveyard back into their deck. This really gets rid of a lot of things, especially it messes around with Cosmos, because it gets rid of their big beaters that can't be targeted. and it's like always like fun. And his other effect is actually really useful because it actually helped me out a bunch of times before. Is that if this card is in your graveyard, you can send one Monarch Spell Trap and target one monster with 1,000 defense and 24 attack or higher, and add it to hand. And basically, you can target himself for it as long as it's in the graveyard. That one Zoidberg. Well, technically this is supposed to be Mega Caius, but I don't technically have it. But this one's actually pretty good as well because it helps you like disrupt like your opponent's space. Because you're busting this opponent's first turn, and you target him for his own effect. Because his effect says that if you destroy a monster that was originally light through his effect on tribute summon, you basically get to send how many. Both players have to send monsters from their deck that were equal to the level or rank originally to the monster destroyed. So if you target him, you get to your opponent has to send 8. But say if you use this, which most of the time you use as a part of the tribute, you get to choose. So you basically get to send 8 cards from your opponent's extra deck, which hurts. And one of the techs that I love honestly in this deck would be this one, Medion of the Time Lord. I honestly think this card's freaking amazing because it literally wrecks your opponent's board. Especially like how funny it is to tribute summon him. Like honestly, this card literally devastates anything. Because if you have the spell card March of the Monarchs, then you tribute summon for him. Most of the time, your opponent can't do crap to him, which really hurts. Because swing and bounce all those monsters, your opponent takes 300 for it. So yeah, and especially if you have the field spell where they can go into the extra deck, that's gonna be hard to get over. Which I think this card's pretty amazing. Yeah, his cost is shuffling him back into like the deck, but I mean honestly, like it's really good. Like it has like helped me like get out of like floodgates at him most of the time. So I just think he's really good and a nice deck. That pretty much does it for the monster lineup. Mostly this deck doesn't run many traps, but it runs a bunch of spells. And what really makes this deck and has a heavy advantage in board most of the time would be Domain of the True Monarch. And you gotta run 3 of these. This card is freaking amazing. Like other than the fact that it says that if you control tribute summon monster and your opponent can't go into the extra deck, it has 2 other effects than that. Once per turn, you have to you can reduce the level of one monster with 28 attack and 1,000 defense from your hand by 2 levels. It also has the effect if any tribute summon monster would attack, it would gain an 800 boost as well when it attacks. So that's pretty good. And also like it makes it easy like tribute summons and everything else. And like pretty much it kills a lot of pendulum decks and any deck that uses the extra deck. So really anti-meta. 3 Tenacity of the Monarchs. Well, this is the really like search engine of the deck with like with the high beat 6. You just have to reveal a monster with 1,000 defense, 24 attack, or 1,000 defense and 20 attack, and you get to add a Monarch Spell Trap except himself. So pretty standard. And then now for the one card that really makes the deck is Pantheism of the Monarch. This is I honestly think the reason why like the deck is really strong, because it makes any hand that looks really like not that good into really amazing. Well, what it does is like you discard 1 Monarch Spell Trap from your hand to the graveyard and draw 2 cards. But then the other effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard and add, well actually, reveal 3 Monarch Spells or Traps like from your deck and your opponent chooses 1. And then the funny thing is you can just like actually choose the same copy, so if any case you can literally choose 3 copies of Domain. And then your opponent would have to like say there's that at the end. So that's why I think this card's amazing. I'm running 2 Strikes of the Monarchs. I honestly think this card is really like good because it lets me help me go through plays unless we stop like people from trying to gain advantage or leverage back again. Because I would just all have to do is tribute like summon a level 5 or higher monster and like negates a face up card in the field. So stops Mirror Force, stops a lot of monster effects, stops any face up card in the field. Just have to tribute them like a Monarch, or tribute summon monster for it, which isn't that hard. And I only play 2, and then like in rare occasions I would like use its other effects if I would be running any other Monarchs that requires like the type of it for the tribute. Because the other effect, other than the fact that it attributes, like you can just banish this from the graveyard and declare an attribute, any attribute, and all the monsters currently on the field become that attribute you declare. So yeah. I play 2 Stormforth and Monarchs. Well, this is pretty standard. That its effect is you activate this. This turn you can use your opponent's monster's tribute summon, so better like Soul Exchange. And that's pretty much it. It doesn't target. You can just choose any monster you would want they control, and it gets rid of a monster. Honestly, it doesn't like really minus you at all. It's really good. So simple tribute summon using your opponent's monster. And I play 1 Return of the Monarchs because, well, like I honestly think this card's like not that great as much, but it lets you get in cases where you have like a kind of bad hand, when you tribute summon, like you get to add a monster with 24 attack, 1000 defense, and it can't be the one that you tribute summon in its name at all. So yeah, there's that. Or if you tribute summon, you can add a 28 attack monster with 1000 defense, so one of the Mega Monarchs basically. From deck to hand, that's not the same one you tribute for its name. Yeah. I only play 1 March of the Monarchs. Well, because as good as this card can be, it's just like not as great because, well, in Mirror Match, necessarily this card is dead because, well, most of the Monarchs effects are like, they play around this, so this only works against like anybody who would use Destruction, or like if Fire Lake happens that they would have to hit that and anything else but your Monarchs. So yeah, that's a thing. So I only play 1 of those. And now for the 1-ofs of other spells that I play 1 Dark Hole. Well, because like, to board wipe and whatnot, and well, I don't have a Regeki. Yeah. Then I play 1 Foolish. I honestly think this card's very amazing, and like people are telling me why I'm running in this deck, and the reason being because I have 3 targets for like dumping, and this has helped me so much just because it's like a free able to in moments where I really needed to like get this card in the graveyard so I can trigger effect, because his effect is when like he sends to the graveyard, I get to add a banished Monarch Spell Trap. So many moments he has gotten me one of my banished Monarch Spell Traps that I really needed back. That's for 1. Or in the case where I need to send the dark one, where I need to like have him in the grave, banish him, and this is probably in the grave as well, that I would special and get a free like tribute summon off of that as well. And on top of that, or either send one of these, especially this one, and moments where like I had a brick hand and had this with a bunch of Monarch spells, at least I could make them like the hand okay, because I could just dump one of the Monarch spells or traps to the graveyard and add this to hand and have a free like monster back. So yeah, it really helps out. I wish I could run more, but well, yeah. 1 for 1, just for Squire and whatnot. And pretty standard. 1 Reinforcement of the army, because you can only run 1, and it's just the only target for the light one, like last year you run. Alright, that does it for all the spells, which was like a lot. And now for the trap lineup, which is like really small, I run 2 of the Prime Monarchs. Well, because this is one of the standard cards like I run. I think 3 is like a little bit cloggy, because well, I wouldn't like want to draw double of these. I would like to see this less in my hand, more in my graveyard than anything, because his first effect is not really used as much. It's rarely, but It's just his effect is once per turn you can target two Monarch spell or traps in your graveyard, shuffle them back, and get a draw. But the other effect in the graveyard is like the most used one that's more important. That is if this card's in your graveyard, you can banish one Monarch spell or trap and special summon face up defense. It becomes a light fairy monster with 1000 attack and 24 defense. And this is not treated as traps, and that's what it says. And on top of that, you can change this during your player's turn. So if your opponent was trying to OTK you, you can just like banish special, and they have to worry about getting over 24 defense, which can help you. And it's usually used for the tribute, which helps out a lot for a bunch of tributes. So yeah. And lastly, I play one of the Monarch Eruption. I personally like this card because it's like a walking skill drain that this deck can use and search out. Like, I personally like this because it has stopped, like, in mirror match, like, my opponents, well, not the tribute part, but I mean, like, for the little ones to, like, go off on effects. And it stopped a bunch of people because it's, like, a skill drain that I can run in this deck. And it's really, really good. It is, like, it helped me out, like, several times. I was thinking about cutting it out and probably either putting another Stormforth or putting another Cause. But for now, it's really good, and like, well, I just gotta keep testing it out and seeing how it leads. Well, that's pretty much it. That's like a 40 card deck, and I hope you guys enjoy and like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys next time. Thank you.